at CES, we sometimes get a chance to see some pretty radical stuff, some concepts, if you will. This one's a little bit more than a concept. It's an actual race car that's actually been around the track and actually holds some records. This is the McMurtry Swirl, and what a beauty it is. It's carbon fiber, the machined aluminum rather than, cast, because, well, they only make just the one, except that they made another one. So this one, while it holds a whole lot of records, this is the Gen 1. The Gen 2 is already out. This is under a ton, so it's very light for a race car. And if you look, you'll see it's got all kinds of cutouts and whatnot. But how quick is it? How fast can you go? Check out this cockpit. You are molded in here. You are part of the thing. This is basically, with how tight you're in there, with the molded seat, the molded door, leg panels, all that, this might as well be an Iron Man suit with wheels, is what it is. But it's got something special I haven't gotten to just yet, which is the limit to how fast you can go 0 to 60 is always going to be a factor of traction. And how do you get more traction? Well, you put wider tires on it. The Gen 2 will have tires that are wider than these. It does have tires that are wider than these. Now, the Gen 2 looks just like this, but it is different. And from the outside, you may not notice it, but under the skin, it's got a whole lot of innovation, a whole lot of iteration, and it's just a more interesting and better car, a little bit quicker. It's not lighter, though, because while they were able to trim in some areas, they had to add weight in others, so it's just a smarter allocation of weight. So this will do 0 to 60 in 1.5 seconds or less. Sub 1.5 is what it says, and it's going to depend on your track, but you run into some limits of physics. How much rubber can you get to the road? And the answer starts to become, it doesn't matter, because this has a skirt system, and in the back here, you're going to have vents that give you extra downforce. You can have up to a ton of downforce. Or maybe it was 2 tons? 1 ton or 2 of downforce. 2 tons of downforce. So what that means is, I don't know if you ever saw those toy cars they sold about 10 years ago that could stick to the wall and drive up the wall. This is that, but in real life. You're going to have all the traction you need and kind of then some. So it's going to give you a pretty unique experience in that regard. Now, again, prototype versus an actual car that you can actually get. What is the difference? The difference is they're going to make this. They're already taking orders. Deliveries begin in 2025. They plan to sell just 100 of these. And if you have to ask how much it costs, I assure you, you and I cannot afford it, even if we pool our money. Because it's expensive, and I will tell you how much before the video ends, but I'm going to save that, because if you're not feeling sad just yet, you're certainly gonna. So when the air comes in through the back, through the ducts, there's these vents in the back where the air is going to be coming out. You end up with a sound that's not unlike a jet. It's got a very cool sound, a very unique sound for an electric. And they are awfully cool and awfully pretty. So the McMurtry Sperling, named after, what would that be, a thunderstorm, a storm of some kind, an Irish. The founder is Irish, and what a beautiful piece of machinery it is. So before we run too long, I might as well just tell you, this beautiful beast, which cannot be driven on the road, it is exclusively a track vehicle, can be yours in 2025 or beyond, because they've already been taking orders and it will take a while to fulfill them, for the low price, as of today's exchange rate, of a paltry $1.14 million. I mean, not a bad deal for a gentleman race car. That would be the envy of everyone at the track. A swell deal at twice the price, really. If you base it on performance, many cars in this category end up costing more like $3 million. So what does that mean? It means now is your time. You can get one. And you should. Oh, you should. And then let me drive it. On second thought, don't do that. That's probably the worst idea. But the beauty is they're pushing the limits and they're getting new stuff done. If you got any questions, who knows? Maybe I can get in touch with these folks and find out some answers. Well, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it all in the comments below. Stay tuned. Stay juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots on the track.